There's a 90% chance you clicked on this video thinking to yourself, the fuck is Birdy the Mighty? And to be honest with you, the only reason I know of this show is because I accidentally bought a wall scroll of the main character thinking it was Yoko from Gurren Lagann. Long story short, I'm happy about that wall scroll, because I may have never stumbled across this amazing show if I didn't. Now, if you do know what Birdy the Mighty is, you may or may not rip me apart in the comments section for the things I'm about to say. But if not, that's perfect. See, this is the inaugural episode in my new series Convinced, where I'll attempt to sell you on why you should watch a certain show or why you should play this certain video game. So with that, here's why you should watch Birdy the Mighty. Birdy the Mighty, otherwise known as Tetsuwan Birdy, is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Masami Yuki in 1985. In 1996, it was made into a 4-part OVA by Madhouse and was directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri. Yuki decided to remake and expand the series in 2003, which later turned into a TV anime adaptation by A1 Pictures and Aniplex in 2008, titled Birdy the Mighty Decode, spanning over 26 episodes and 2 seasons. The story follows an 8 out of 10 humanoid alien named Birdy Safe on Altera, a Federation agent who happens to be chasing interplanetary criminals to the planet Earth. Birdy unintentionally kills a cliché high school student named Stomu Senkawa while in pursuit, but Stomu is miraculously kept alive by having himself magically merged into Birdy's body, so his body can be repaired by the Federation. Together, the two now have to stop these delinquent aliens and save Earth from impending danger. Both of these shows obviously share the same concept, but are extremely divergent. Due to the fact that the OVA was based off of a single volume manga, it was inhibited of having more content from an extensive amount of source material like Decode. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means you're going to be getting two different experiences when you watch both shows. To be frank, I think Birdy the Mighty is a stellar example of a show with outstanding character development, regardless of the OVA or Decode. You'd think being inside a girl would be fantastic. But all it does is cause problems in the show. The two strangers have to learn how to deal with being stuck with each other and their dilemmas, slowly forming a bond of trust and respect that feels naturally organic. The weeaboo version of Freaky Friday, if you will. The show makes you want to see what's going to happen to them both because you become genuinely interested in their relationship. The OVA does a great job with this given the short runtime that it has. Even with the secondary characters, the show is so well written that you feel just as drawn to them as if they were main characters. This cast makes you more fascinated in the growth of Stomu and Birdy. You get more excited to see them both succeed at the end. These characters are extremely likable as well. Quirky characters like Iruma or Stomu's dad sprinkle in some laughs with their persona.
I see. Then what's the occasion?
It's to celebrate Tomu passing his exam. What else?
What? Really?
While characters like Seichiro or Ravi add a dark tone to parts of the show.
Damaged badly, it seems, and is no longer operating.
And she was such a cute girl.
There's even a fucking cricket in M. Night Shyamalan. Like, literally, this character's name is Shyamalan. There's this perfect blend of action, comedy, drama, and thriller that all of these characters help mold together. If there was ever a reason to watch this show, it would most definitely be for the characters. And the presentation's not all that bad either. There are actually some spectacular fight scenes in the series, like the Seichiro vs. Birdy fight, or the Nataru vs. Birdy fight, which, fun fact, is actually inspiration for the fight between Zod and Superman in the Man of Steel movie. The animation is wonderful, and you can really see how determined they were to make the show as moving as it was. For example, during the Berserker scene in Decode, the amount of darkness and depression that was displayed was extremely crushing. But then these fucking badass action scenes kick in and you become so overwhelmed. All of that was portrayed so well with the style of animation that was used. The CG sequences in Decode are very pretty to look at, and makes the show more marvelous, making your eyes widen and jaw drop like you've just seen tits for the first time. And holy shit, the music! It's like Igor Stravinsky and Jimi Hendrix are fucking my ears at the same time, both musically in sync that even their ejaculations are in 4/4 rhythm. The soundtrack does this magical job of creating the perfect moods for ongoing shots. Decode's blend of techno and orchestra is incredible to listen to, while the OVA's 90s vibe makes me feel all nostalgic and gets me pumped up and excited. The only gripe I have with the show is the plot, more specifically with Decode. The OVA gets a slap on the hand and a stern no for its predictable and above average plot. But Decode takes it to another level. After a few episodes, it can be a hit or a miss with viewers. Since Decode is much more longer than the OVA, the story tends to drag along and become somewhat dull for a bit. Not to say it'll always be dull. In fact, the show really does pick up at the end of the first season. It's just that the OVA had a runtime of about 2 hours and did a much better job of keeping the plot together. Decode also doesn't do much with the plot given all that additional time it had, which is why I much prefer the OVA. So, should you watch Birdy the Mighty? Of course you should, why else would I be jerking the show off this hard? Birdy the Mighty is a tremendously underrated show and deserves a lot more recognition than it gets, with its engrossing characters or its astounding visuals and sounds. It's a sci-fi show that you have to watch. If you plan on only watching one show, I'd recommend the OVA. It's much more condensed and you don't miss out on much if you skip Decode. Now if you plan on watching both shows, I'd still recommend going with the OVA first. It'll ease you into things when you start Decode and you won't be so overwhelmed. It's crazy how this obscure anime became one of my favorites, all because of a mistake. Hopefully my words have convinced you to take a look at the series, even if it's just for one episode. But with that, my name is Coastward, and I'm out. Hey, what is up guys? Glad you made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching so much. It means a lot to me. Basically what you just saw was the first episode of my new series, Convinced. Kind of explained it at the beginning of the episode, but it's been something I've been wanting to do for a while now. It's been in the back of my head for a few months now. I just haven't been able to get around to it, mostly because of time constraints, and I just couldn't find something that I could start this series off with. But when I thought of Birdy, I thought that was the best example of what I wanted to do with the series. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, I'd appreciate if you guys left a comment down below telling me why you did or why you didn't like the video. That'd help me make some more better videos in the future. Or you can even just leave a comment suggesting something I may have not have heard before that I should make a video on. Who knows, maybe I might. But yeah, I'd love it if you guys would share the video around with your friends, your family, your pets, on Twitter, Facebook, whatever you guys use. Or even if you just left me a like, I'd really appreciate that. I know it might sound like I'm begging, but I just really want to share. No, what do I want to say? I just really want to get this video series across to as many people as possible to open their minds to, well, not open, that sounds like so philosophical. I just want to introduce a lot of people to things they may have never heard of. That's the main goal. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys shared the video. But with that, I'm done. I've been rambling on for long enough. If you guys want to watch some more videos by me, I don't really have much up right now. What do I have on my channel? Oh, I have a Faku unboxing video. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am sponsored by Faku. And you may not know what Faku is, but whatever. I have a video of me unboxing a care package that they sent me, so if you guys want to watch that, you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, that's about it. Sorry about the video quality. I know it may not have been that great, but I don't really have access to much right now. I'm gonna try to get my hands on a better camera soon, and hopefully a proper mic. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, because there's gonna be a video coming out, I don't know, next month. Not gonna dip on what it's gonna be about, but it'll be out next month hopefully. So with that, I'm off. See you guys later. Peace.